Hello everyone. Watercolor is an exciting and very versatile fine art media that can be intimidating for a beginner. To make your experience with watercolor more enjoyable, you will need to gather some basic watercolor painting supplies. The quality of your materials will greatly influence your results, so I recommend buying professional quality supplies. If you paint something you really like, you will feel better if it is done with good quality, archival materials. Here's a list of the basic supplies you'll need to get started. I am a fan of Holbein Artist watercolors. According to the manufacturer, no archival was used, so dried pigment won't get crusty when re-liquidified. You can find Holbein Artist watercolor on Amazon and Jackson Art Supplies UK and Utrecht Art Supplies from the USA. You can use as few or as many colors as you like. Some artists use only a handful of colors and mix whatever shades they like. Besides, I really like to use the color from Leningrad. These watercolors have been the most favorite by several generations of European artists. They come in many different sizes and shapes. My personal favorites are plastic palette. Separating the paint and mixing areas allows me to easily move the tray without risk of spilling the paint. Most palettes have wells for the paint and a flat mixing area. A covered plastic palette makes for the least waste and most convenience if you are using two watercolors. There are three different types of watercolor paper available: hot press, cold press, and rough. Cold press paper is what I use most often, and it has a beautiful texture to it. Watercolor paper is much thicker than ordinary paper, which is very important to prevent buckling while painting. 200 pounds is the typical weight for most watercolor paper. There are thicker options out there if you are there and if you're planning to use heavy washes, but 200 pounds paper works just fine for me. There are three different types of watercolor brushes: rounds, flats, and mops. All are made in a variety of sizes. I use round brushes in a variety of sizes 90% of the time, and they are very useful for detail work, but they are very expensive as well. Use a medium hard 4H or 5H pencil to sketch very lightly on your paper. Keep the lines as faint as possible so that they are easily concealed by the watercolor paint. If you would like a nice border around your painting, tape your watercolor paper down to a board with a masking tape. Masking fluid is used to reverse the white areas that are too small or too complex to paint around. It is either applied with an oil brush or a latex brush. Spray bottle would dilute the color and allow the watercolor to merge gently together. As with the water bottles, the water containers that you use and wash your brushes, it need to be lightweight. After sliding the brush once against the rim of the water container to remove excess water, lay the brush on the tissue in your left hand as shown. How long you leave the brush on the tissue determines the amount of water that will be removed. So I have finished the introduction video regarding supplies that you need for watercolor painting. If you like that video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.